Hi, and welcome to Angora Academy at Eden's Angora. Today I wanted to shoot a video about removing mats from the bottom of your Angora rabbit's feet. This is a very tricky area, but I've learned a few tips along the way from doing it myself that I think can help you to really have a successful and a positive experience doing this. So grab your rabbit, your clippers, and a good pair of scissors, and let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, T'Challa has significant matting on the bottom of his feet. This is not only unsanitary, but pulls on his delicate skin. Potentially, these mats could even get caught in the wire on the floor of his cage, causing him even more pain. I start with the clippers parallel to the skin and make my first cut anywhere around the perimeter of the mat that I can clearly see. That's an important point. It helps to part the wool at the edge of the mat so you can see all the way through it and make sure that you don't cut that skin. Just pull the mat up as you're working to make sure your field of vision is very clear. Your Angora may squirm around a bit. This is completely natural. Just reposition them and patiently continue working. As you get used to that particular rabbit, you may be able to anticipate their movements, but this is not always the case. Just take some deep breaths and keep being patient with yourself and with your rabbit. I like to pull up small sections of the mat as I work because the most important thing to me is that my field of vision is always clear. Another thing that I like to do is pull my clippers away from the skin after each cut in case there is an unanticipated movement from my rabbit. It just makes me feel safer, and I think it helps with my accuracy too. So that may be a tip that would help you. I know I've silenced my clippers for this video. They are a little bit loud, so I wanted to make sure that you can hear me clearly so that you could gain the most from this video. You may be able to cut the entire mat off from a single direction, but more than likely you'll have to attack it from multiple angles. It may seem counterproductive, but it's actually faster from what I've found. If your rabbit slips out of your hold like T'Challa just did, just gently reposition them back to where you had them. My favorite hold is to put them on their back on my lap with their ears gently pinched between my knees. You can tell I'm not pinching too hard if he can jump up like that. Next, I'm checking if the mat is between his toes. Sometimes that's an issue. I never ever put clippers between my rabbit's toes though. It's just too easy to cut them. Instead, I keep a pair of sharp sewing scissors nearby for cases like that. Thank goodness that wasn't the case this time. Now I'm coming at the mat from the side, raking up each layer. Sometimes I pretend the clipper blade is like a comb. Obviously, you wouldn't actually want to comb a mat because the fibers are so tangled, all it would do is cause your rabbit pain. We're coming down the home stretch of the first foot now, so I'm trying to decipher exactly where the mat ends. By this point, I already know from feeling with my fingers exactly where the skin is, so I feel comfortable angling the clippers downward just a little bit. I feel like our sense of touch is very, very important. We don't want to underuse that when working on our rabbit's mats. T'Challa's moving again, and you can see me taking a second to reassure him. By this point, maybe you're a little bit frustrated, and it may seem even more frustrating when your rabbit doesn't cooperate, but trying to remember that they're a flight animal is really important. Finally, it looks like the foot does not have a mat anymore. Thank goodness. Just doing a little bit of finishing work, and I'm sure T'Challa feels so much better. You can also see me fluffing out the wool that's left on the bottom of his foot. We try to leave as much wool as we possibly can, knowing that that is his protection from the wire on the bottom of his cage. Now it's time for some scissors. He doesn't like that, a new tool. Just making sure we got all of the mat. Just a little piece like that can start the cycle all over again. So we want to make sure that we've gotten all of the mat out of his wool. Now we have a nice clean foot. We just repeat on the other side and we're done. That wasn't so hard now, was it? Alright, maybe a little bit, but I hope this video made the process easier. Don't forget to put an extra resting mat in your Angora rabbit's cage. This will help cushion the feet while the wool grows back. The good news is that if you keep up with combing out your rabbit's wool on its feet, you'll never have to deal with this again. And that's a relief to you and to your rabbit. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like more grooming tips and tricks and information on how to raise Angora rabbits and fiber arts. Have an awesome day. Bye.